Hello, hello, Cancer. Cancer, you slipped by me the other night. Yeah, and I realized this. So, I've compiled your own reading, and I'm hearing just in the nick of time, okay? Maybe somebody's name is Nick, but right time. Gone Without a Trace. That reading, it was for you, and I did it a year ago, okay? That will go with this. So, that time period, all right, the Gone Without a Trace, is coming back around, all right, in 13 days. 13 days from viewing this, that cycle is coming back around to be closed once and for all. Whether this be with a physical person, okay, who you never had closure with, but more so what I'm getting for a lot of you, with a piece of yourself that you left behind in that time period. A piece of your own psyche or your own identity, Cancer. So, Gone Without a Trace, yeah. Watch out for selling yourself short, okay? I feel like right now, probably for many of you, whatever that's referring to back in that reading, you have always given, okay? Given, and selling yourself short, okay? Putting your own needs and your own dreams on the back burner. And something is coming back around from that time period, so that you can realize your own worth, your own dreams, okay? And take back your power. You could be signing a contract, because I have dot I's and cross T's, okay? But you don't have to dot any I's if the I is capitalized, okay? Capital I, okay? Putting yourself first, and I don't really think that who I'm talking to, you haven't put yourself first in a long time. So, yeah. You don't have to if it's capitalized, okay? Put you first. Cancer, you rule the fourth house, which is your family, home, and roots. You could be feeling pressure at the base of your spine, okay? And it is your fire, okay, that hasn't been released, okay? So it's been stored there, okay? Some of you guys, you have all this energy and you don't know you don't know what you want to spend it on, okay? You're being advised, okay, to whatever set your soul on fire. Or I'm also getting heavy Aries energy, all right? I'm getting Mars energy, heavy Mars energy, lower Mars at that, okay, which is anger, fear. It is the warrior energy, okay? And whether it's yours, whether it's in your outer reality, however this is showing up for you, okay, you're meant to store it, okay? Store it and put it to proper use when the time comes, okay? Use that fire to take initiative, plant your seed, and manifest what it is that you want, okay? It's easier, maybe you're just learning this. It is easier to externalize, right? And speak of things outwardly and blah blah blah, get mixed up in the blah blah blah, right? The brouhaha I'm hearing. It's easy to get mixed up in that, okay? But you're being asked to internalize, okay? Internalize that flame. Don't give your fire away. And if somebody else around you is displacing their fire energy, okay, what you do is you say thank you, and you take it and you store it, okay, because you can metabolize it. So the fourth house, family, home, and roots, the base of spine. You could be going to a chiropractor, is where your essence is, all right? who you were before form. Okay, and that form is giving me, right, who you were before, identity built upon false pretenses. Okay, who you were before you started putting I first, your own needs first, what it is that you want first. Who I'm talking to, I feel like every relationship that you've been in, or even if you are a parent or whatever, you've always put everybody else first. Okay, you could have put your parents first, you could have put every single body in front of you and your own needs. Okay, and little by little, those things have been those bonds or have been broken away in knots. How do I word this? Not as a punishment, but to get you on your path. Your path. Yeah, who you were before form. Yeah, the root chakra, okay? You could have a Cancer I see. So watch out. You could have a blinker out. Okay, you may want to check that. Okay, watch getting pulled over or in an accident over a blinker. Okay, if you are somebody, this is a side note, this won't be for all of you. If you're somebody who lives life in the fast lane, okay, and you be riding dirty, you may not want to be riding dirty this Mercury retrograde. Okay, so the all signs, this recent all signs, go back to it. Okay, I missed you, and it's because I started off with Leo, and I ended with Gemini. So starting off with the sun, that is identity. That is the identity. And I ended with Gemini, the thoughts. So this is changing how you view you. Okay, who are you? If we strip away, you're being stripped away of all these labels. You're being stripped away of all these identities. I'm hearing pronouns. Okay, you're being stripped away of all these things that you've over-identified with, so that you can get it back to I. Who am I at the root? Who am I at my core essence? Who am I? I'm hearing before pain. All right, so the reason why I did this reading live, because I was going to pre-upload it. You could also be dealing with Aquarius energy, or you need to go check to see what's in your 11th house. Okay. Yeah, anyway, so that original reading, Gone Without a Trace, it was done January 31st. Go back to then and see what was going on for you, okay? And mark 13 days after viewing this. Also, the Aries reading, Cruel to Be Kind, will go with this. Okay, some people, when you start doing you, okay, they're going to think that you're cruel, okay? Cancer, I'm getting heavy shadow Libra, okay? Putting everybody else's needs, people pleasing, okay, to not make waves, but you're supposed to be making waves, Cancer. You are ruled by the moon, which rules the tides and the waters, okay? So I feel like I'm talking really fast. Somebody's name's Jason, Jeremiah, Jacqueline. So I went back to January 31st in my camera roll. Here's what we have. I'd rather be all by myself, barefoot with wild hair, talking to the moon, than be just parts of me that fit in with how people expect me to be. And they expect you to bow down, Cancer. They expect you to go along with what they want. They expect you to drop everything that you're doing, okay, and help them manifest their dreams and put whatever it is that you want for yourself on the back burner. Some of you guys are homemakers or something like this, right? The back burner, and that is no more. That is why nothing has been sticking. The things that you worked for towards in the past weren't really what you wanted. Okay, you were working towards somebody else's dreams. You were giving you were lending your sacred energy and your essence, your fire energy, for it to, I'm hearing for it to be squandered. Okay. I'm also seeing a root attachment, a cord attachment at the root. This could be from that person that you had to bail out on. Okay. Some of you guys really did bail out in the middle of the night to get away from this person. Okay. And right, the moon here. And I don't know why I still have this. This is some old psychology math. It is linear math, okay? And linear, we are non-linear beings, okay? The identity, who you are here before form, right? You're going to have a chance to balance out or to solve this equation. And if you know anything about linear math, it always, the answer at the end never makes really that much sense, other than you trace it back, gone without a trace. You take it back to the lowest common denominator, to the lowest that you can take it back to. Okay, some of you guys are going to get reminded of something from your childhood. Okay, some of you guys, maybe you don't realize that this has been a patterning in your family for a long time, and you have the chance to do something different. Okay, you have the chance. Some of you guys are really scared to go against the grain or to stick out in some way. You want to blend in, but whoever I'm talking to, you are not meant to blend in. You are here to do something, and you're here to be different, and it doesn't matter who likes it. Some of you guys are really, 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 really about to wake up, and all of those things from your past, all of those patternings, you're going to realize those are the exact things that kept you stuck in the system. Okay, in the system, whatever it is that your patterning is, whatever it is that you incessantly do, or you find yourself going through I'm hearing every 7 to 13 years. Okay, but it always plays out the same. It's because that's not what you're supposed to be doing. It's what you know. Okay, when you think about a record a song, the groove, right? There's a scratch. Okay, there's a groove, and it skips a little bit, but the elliptical, it goes right back. It may skip just a little bit, but it goes right back on track, and you can't ever seem to get over that groove, and it's because you fall asleep on yourself. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat. You fall asleep on yourself, and you give into that patterning, and you don't even really some of you guys may not realize that that's what's happening there. Okay, it's given me very Jinn spirit. Okay, it appears that you're getting what you want, right? But it's not what you want. Remember, it's not what you want. It's somebody else's dream. Okay, and Jinn spirits do rule the dream world. Okay, and they feed off of you. You think that you're getting what you want, but they really feed off of you when you are asleep. Okay, right? Remember, we started off with the sun. Okay, and then we go to the Gemini. Some of you guys are really, really overthinking this process. The very thing that is your patterning is the very thing that you are supposed to be stepping out of. Okay, and for a lot of you, it does mean stepping out of possibly a family. It does mean leaving behind what it is that you built your identity upon. For me, I guess they're wanting to use me for an example. Everything, everything. Being a mother, what I did for work, every single thing that will keep you asleep and away from your purpose is exactly what you're supposed to be letting go. And it isn't for everybody. Okay, that isn't for everybody, because it takes a whole lot of strength to keep going. Some of you guys may have the Mary Magdalene codes, the Hathor, the Isis and Osiris codes, and you will hear a lot of people talking about those, but they have no fucking clue what that entails. For me personally, that entailed being widowed. You lose everything. You awaken through loss. Okay, so who I'm talking to, you've lost a whole lot. Okay, and you start rebuilding, and before you know it, you end up rebuilding the same thing that you were supposed to let crumble the first time, okay, because it's innate. It is part of your patterning. It's part of what you inherited from your bloodline. Cancer, the fourth house is the root. It is the house of the mother, okay. It is your core essence. Check your maternal line, okay? So, Cancer, fourth house. I knew I was being called to do your reading. Moon. And Sagittarius energy. You are supposed to expand, okay? You are supposed to expand away from these deep embedded emotions, deep inherited womb trauma, okay? You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, and I'll say it and I'll say it again. Cancer and Sagittarius, the love language, it is very different because Sagittarius wants to expand. It is outer, and Cancer is inner, okay? It is very internal. So, right now, this is about expanding out of those fourth house themes for you, okay? If you have a Sagittarius in your life, okay, look to them, look to their energy, because their energy is going to help you expand, all right? You're also going to be learning a lot of things new about yourself, okay? So, 13 days. I'm hearing 13 ghosts. If you think about the 13 ghosts, that movie, The Mechanisms, they interchange, they lock, they move, okay? And the 13th sign is Ophiuchus, which is located in between Scorpio and Sagittarius. And all of those archetypes in that movie are shadow, okay? They're shadow archetypes, and the one that's sticking out to me right now, there's the jackal, and there is the mother and the child, okay? And I do have a card in my deck that says that. Flower crown. Wear your power proudly and unapologetically, for it is your birthright and is eternal like the soul. This is about you stepping into your power, Cancer, all right, and not checking in to see who's okay with it. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. It is greatly appreciated, and it helps out the channel. That crown is also giving me the Leo energy, okay? The crown of enlightenment. Cosmic flower. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. That fourth house, Cancer, okay? The core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Sing it. Maypole. You could be also dealing with a Taurus, okay? I am fertile in what I seed, for there is a reason to dance and drink upon the riches I receive. It's your time to receive, okay? But the universe isn't going to give you these things, okay, if you're still operating from a program, all right? They want to give you, they want to introduce something new to you, all right? And let's go back to it here. House, family, home, roots, base of spine is where your essence is, who you were before form. Okay, you may want to save this to a playlist and watch this a few times over, okay, Cancer? We will use those last. I will link the all signs. It's the most recent one, okay? That goes with this, and the Cancer Gone Without a Trace. Aries, cruel to be kind. I'm getting Capricorn energy as well. I'm hearing branch out. "13 days. Okay. This could be somebody from your past literally returning, or somebody that's in that same energy. Okay, don't let anybody take you off your square. Okay, you don't want to have to start all over again. 6 of coins. Giving to yourself. Okay. Giving to yourself. See all these other people? Don't be distracted, okay? There's a peacock feather in the background here that's giving me Shadow Leo. Everybody has their hands out. There's a hand here. It looks like it's going to give her something, but it's not. It's ringing a bell, right? Like this lady is at the service of others. You could be in the service industry. Don't be distracted, okay? All of these things are the very things that took you off of your square, okay? All of your life. Five of Cups. There will, like I said, who I'm talking to, you've lost a lot. Okay? You don't have to go back to revisit. You don't have to revisit that pain. All right? Don't revisit that past cycle. Your guides are trying to adjudicate you. Okay? There's that Gemini energy. Be true to yourself, okay? Speak your truth. You don't owe over-explaining. You don't owe anybody an explanation. There's that Temperance. Step into your Jupiter energy. Queen of Cups. There you are. Just like I said. Your emotions, all right? All right, so in the Six of Blades, there's that crack in the fault line. All right, moving away from that groove that you've always known. So watch out for emotional attachment, okay? People trying to hook you into old storylines. For instance, a couple days ago, there was a gentleman at my work, and he was widowed, and he was lingering, right? Obviously, and he was looking for sympathy. Why, yes, I can relate, but I no longer can relate to you because I no longer hold that trauma or sadness, okay? And he was looking for a biter, right? Someone to help him carry, all right? He had like 4 cups of coffee, lingered way too long. Yeah, kept trying to reel me in with conversation, and he asked me something, have I always done that or something? And I said, no, I used to cut hair. And he was like, how come you know what happened there? I said, well, honestly, I said, I don't want anybody sitting in my face for an hour, hour and a half at a time. I like to keep it moving. And his projection kept sliding off of me, right? There was nothing to hook onto. And it was like a click, right? Ah, is that what I'm doing? Oh, am I taking up her space? Ah, yeah, okay. Watch out for projections and mirrors, okay? You are in the house of mirrors. The Gemini reading, mirror world, will go with this as well. Watch out for stuff like that, okay? Those emotional hooks. That 4th house. getting to the root of it. When you get to the root of it, if there still is pain there, when you heal that, okay, you heal that, there's nothing for these energies to attach to anymore. Okay, you're free. You're free. And you will expand out of that heavy, dense energy. Okay, you're gonna have a huge aha moment. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing to grab on. And I'm not saying everybody's function is the same, but who I'm talking to, I'm not meant to be hooked. You're meant to be free, and you're meant to experience a lot of different things, and you're supposed to be moving in and out without any hooks. Some of you guys, this will be your child becoming no one. You may want to go check out that reading. Ego dissolution, oversoul voice, vessel consciousness. The self steps aside as truth may speak. Identity dissolves, authorship ends. What remains is the voice of the lineage moving through a willing vessel. And the voice of the lineage, right? The base of that spine. What you are before form. 51. The channeler and the vessel. Mysticism, mediumship, attunement, purity. One transmits divine guidance while the other holds space. Together they bridge the spiritual and the physical. You're not meant to look for outside authority. Okay, I'm seeing it even clearer. You are meant to live by your own inner authority. Not asking permission. Okay, there's something here about constantly seeking external permission. All right, and the Gemini, overthinking your own identity and your own path. You could be a channeler. Letting go of that old identity that you've clung on to. All right, Cancer. One more. There it is. Go back to the very beginning of this reading. Okay, and we're right when I said I actually have a card for this. The Nurturer and the Wanderer. Motherhood, growth, exploration, independence. One provides care and comfort, the other follows their own path. And it's time for you to follow your own path. You're no longer meant to constantly nurture others, okay? They can wipe their own ass, who I'm talking to. It's time for you to nurture yourself. And the Wanderer, that's very Jupiterian energy, okay? Explore your own feelings. Self-care, and self-care. Divine intervention, detour, destiny, course correction, guidance, reroute. A cosmic ripple redirects the path. An unseen hand intervenes to shift the course of life. And that is what I was saying. Nothing has lasted because there's been divine intervention. That's not what you were supposed to be building at the time. Okay. And right now, with this Uranus and Taurus, expect the unexpected. It's a collective transit that we're all going through. And if you already have had what you've always known shaken, okay, or you're one of those people that has trouble going with the flow or controlling outcomes, this is going to be intense for you. But just know that whatever's falling apart for you right now is because that's not what your soul is meant to be doing right now. And there is going to be some sort of intervention here, okay? The Poet and the Beauty, creativity, you're going to get inspired. All right, you are going to get inspired. It could be something you watch, something you listen to. Something is going to spark your flame, okay? And you're going to get inspired to take action on what it is that you would like to create while you are here, okay? I'm hearing Janet and Jocelyn. Lots of J names. I'm pretty sure that's the only things that's came out this whole reading. Jackpot, winning money, got rich, inheritance, unexpected money. This could be very well what comes in, okay? As soon as you move away from that, you're making room for expansion, for other things to come in. And that inheritance, just like I said, that root chakra, your essence, not only are you storing for yourself, but you're storing for the whole lineage. Bad reputation. And there it goes. There it goes. What will people think of me? What will this person think? What will my family think of me? What will my work think of me? You don't need an opinion, okay? You do not need others' opinions. Dodging bullets, blocking negativity, escaping crazy people, protected by haters. And I hate to say it, Cancer, but this is the energy surrounding you right now. Okay? Don't absorb, right? Those emotional hooks. Why do you feel like you need to intervene? All right, if somebody else is having a shitty day or right, they're in a low place, why do you feel like you need to intervene? Okay, because what I'm really getting from this reading, you're not meant to. You're meant to be focusing on yourself. Why help them carry and make them lighter and you leave heavier, okay, and distracted from what it is that you're creating right now. And so let me get you some advice from your guides, and we're going to call it a day. There will be an extended version of this on members. If you would like to join, it is the second door. And I will link the extended when it's done in the comments of this video, along with the other readings. Don't forget to hit that like button. It is greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel. If you'd like to purchase this deck, it is the Liminal Archetype Oracle. And you can email me at divinationbydawn8@gmail.com. I have 2 openings left for Sinistry readings, if that's something you're into. Serenity out of exile. Exhale, surrender, radical acceptance, and accepting this. All right, accepting what you went through, accepting your so-called fails, accepting what didn't work in the past, and accepting every aspect of you. Okay, there's something here about guilt and shame. Grace within the chaos. Accepting life's complexities. The seduction of distraction. Somebody's name's Roger. Non-judgment. Holding space for love. Non-judgment, discernment, self-acceptance. And they just keep saying the same thing over and over again. Okay? Accept what you can't change. Okay, don't hold on to it and move forward. Okay, if there's any triggering, if there's anything that surfaced right now, all right, it's meant for you to acknowledge it. All right, feed it some love and let it go. Let that be somebody else's energetic lesson. Okay, let the astral projections project somewhere else, okay? When they can no longer hook into you, they can no longer control your energy and take you over, okay? The programming. So that's what I got for you, Cancer. Let me know how this resonated if you feel guided to, and be looking out for the extended version on members. Peace, love, and light.